Digital Romance TV.
Hello and welcome to this episode of Digital Romance TV. I'm Felicity Keith, and today we're going to talk about what does it mean to be comfortable in your own skin. So, a few weeks ago I was co-hosting a webinar, and I like to talk a lot about the importance of being confident, and I throw that term around a lot, being comfortable in your skin. And one of the attendees spoke up and said, I don't know what you mean by that. Like, what does that actually mean? And so I just stop and think about it. What does that mean, being comfortable in your own skin, to somebody who maybe isn't feeling super confident? So the first thing, to me, that saying means being able to celebrate what is uniquely you, what turns you on, what makes you feel good, what makes you come alive, and owning that and feeling good about that. So I'm going to give you some concrete things that you can do starting today that will increase your confidence and become more aware of how to celebrate what you're attracted to and what makes you feel good. So the first thing is I'm going to ask you to take your clothes off. Get comfortable being naked. So when you're home alone, strip down and just be naked. A lot of times we're only naked when we're taking a shower or we're getting it on. And if you have any insecurities or things that you're not feeling so great about your body, those can really be heightened in those moments of physical intimacy. So the more often you're naked and you just are comfortable with how that feels, what it feels like to have your body move unencumbered by clothes, the more comfortable you're going to be in those moments where you aren't dressed. Along with that, take some time and look in the mirror, and not with a critical eye, because we all do that, and women especially, we like to pick ourselves apart. But look in the mirror and find 3 or 4 things that you really appreciate about your body. Maybe it's the way your hair falls softly over your shoulders, or the curve of your hip. Or maybe you have beautiful toes. Like, I don't know, whatever it is that you can find that you're like, gosh, I feel good about that part of my body, and celebrate that and appreciate it and notice it. The second thing I want you to do is find an activity that really makes you come alive, that really feeds your soul. For me, that's always been dance. So I do things like take Zumba class or belly dance, or any sort of dancing where I can feel music and move my body, and I feel very connected to myself when I do that. And it's very sexy and fun. Some people, it might be martial arts class, or some other kind of running, or who knows. Sometimes it might not even be fitness related at all. It could be painting or gardening, and that's how you feel really connected to your soul, and that feels beautiful, and you're creating something. So I want you to find an activity and start doing it right away that you really enjoy. The third thing is I want you to be mindful of your 5 senses. So the word sensuality, a lot of times we equate that to sexuality and feeling sexy, but really sensuality is just a heightened awareness of your senses and what feels good. So sight, taste, touch, hearing, smell, all of those things. What scents really turn you on? Maybe it's cologne, or maybe it's pine needles, or when you're tasting your food, or like wine tasting. That's a great example where you're encouraged to notice all the notes within a wine. So you have to be really mindful of what you're tasting. Music is another way to be appreciative of what sounds good and what makes you feel good. And something as simple as, just noticing maybe a beautiful curve of a piece of furniture, or the rich color of a pair of pants, or I don't know, something, but just being aware of all the beauty that's around you and what turns you on and makes you feel alive. And that's how you get comfortable in your skin, is celebrating all of those things that are unique to you, that turn you on and make you feel good. So I want you to try all those things. Leave some comments. Tell me if you have other ideas, or if some of those things have worked for you. and I will see you soon.